Hello there, I'm Kate Miles from the Mind Body Reset, and I'm here today to talk to you about obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, in reality, we all have moments when we overly focus on something, but OCD is a more serious prospect, as it's a form of anxiety disorder which causes sufferers to experience obsessive thoughts and compulsive repetitive behaviours, which become intrusive and cause feelings of anxiety and even disgust. For some, this condition is easily manageable and may only occur up to 1 hour per day, but for others it can escalate to the point of taking over their lives. While the cause is not totally clear, it's believed that it's as a result of genetic and environmental factors. Genetics may play a 40 to 60% role in its development, so if your parents have OCD, there is a 40% plus chance that you may develop it, especially if your brain exhibits differing amounts of grey matter and serotonin production than usual. Environmental factors refers to there being a link between contracting a strep infection, suffering from other forms of anxiety disorder, and having difficulties like handwriting, behavioural aggression, and oppositional behaviour. Other important considerations are stress and trauma, especially of an emotional nature. OCD is an attempt to control one's surroundings and therefore one's life, and it's well documented as an after effect of out-of-control traumatic situations, such as being a victim of abuse, becoming embroiled in a disaster, or witnessing a distressing event. As a consequence, an individual may try to exert extreme levels of control over their right to choose the placement of belongings, or feel the need to ward off germs by recurrent hand washing or even sealing off their safe space. Obsessional thoughts can't be rationalised. You can't really talk yourself out of them. Imagine a really annoying song on repeat in your head that just won't go away. This isn't very relaxing, and neither is your brain repeatedly telling you you didn't turn off that light switch, even when you're standing in the dark with your finger still on the switch, turning the light on again just so you can switch it off once more. So obsessive thoughts can easily lead to compulsions. But what are compulsions? Well, compulsions are actions that are repetitively undertaken to distract the sufferer from emotional pain. The individual may try to quell the need to take and retake said action, but it's a near impossibility to avoid the compulsion to complete such a task. With hand washing, for instance, it won't matter how clean their hands are or how many times they have already washed them red raw. The compulsion will continue because of the underlying fear that their hands may be contaminated. Now, if you think restraining someone from their habit will remove its impact, then ponder whether tidying the home of a hoarder will stop the issue recurring. They just pick up where they left off, and before long their house is loaded to the gunwales again. Now, can OCD be treated? Talking therapy, which includes exposure and response prevention techniques, goes beyond talking about it or trying to stop, and can, in that case, be beneficial in many ways. Where sufferers are severe enough, medication may be warranted to help them to cope whilst they undergo CBT, but this option doesn't necessarily get to the root cause, so may re-stimulate the trauma. Sedimentology is a serious alternative. It's a hybrid of hypnotherapy, guided visualizations, and lucid dreaming, which can clear your emotional clutter without the need to overly discuss underlying trauma. Either way, what can you do to help yourself? Whatever the concern, the basic tenets of good health are essential. Increase sleep quantity and quality, as well as hydration. Stress management techniques daily. Improve diet by reducing junk and increasing veg and healthy fats, and reducing chemical load, such as switching your cleaning products, paints, glues, cosmetics, etc. to greener alternatives. All these options will stand you in good stead, as together they'll create an opportunity for healing and so anxiety reduction. If you think you might be showing some of the classic signs, make a point of seeking medical help. But if you want some additional support once diagnosed, or you just have a few tendencies, then sedimentology is well worth consideration, so that the underlying triggers which created your OCD symptoms can be non-traumatically diffused and your current anxieties can be reduced. But whichever type of talking therapy you choose, it'll be even more effective if you also implement better self-care practices on a regular daily basis. If you're interested in hearing more, please DM me to ask a question, set up a Health Boost audit, or arrange a discovery call to hear about how the Mind Body Reset could help you better deal with your health concerns. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that useful. Bye bye.